Today we're gonna do a tutorial about how to cut a boy's hair. So sit up nice and tall so you're right in the center of that frame. All right. Likes to keep his hair long on the top, and so I'm gonna allow him to do that. But I'm gonna help out by taking some of the weight off of him, so it's not quite so much hair on top. We're going to use a 6 on the side. This is the first time I've used a 6. I usually trim it down to a 4, and then I have trouble blending it in because my fingers, I think, are thicker than a lot of the tutorial people's I've seen fingers, and I haven't learned how to do the comb blend. So I just use my fingers, and then I'm able to get as close as I can. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to brush out the hair, see where it falls naturally. Okay, and then we're just going to take a little bit of this stuff off so that it gets a little bit off his ears and the back of his head. All right, chin down. When you're doing the buzzers, it's good to do, you can't just do one pass, so it's good to do a bunch of passes. This used to be my haircut for most of my life, was a fade cut. And every time you go through, there's almost some that get caught the second or third time you go. You want to go right to the natural crown of the head to where it starts to go. It's not the same length all the way down. It's a little bit deeper in the back, and then it goes up a little bit on the sides. So just get the back as best you can. Sometimes I go a little bit sideways, and then a little bit the other way. Can you sit up a little bit more? Just keep your head down but not your shoulders. Thank you. And you don't want to push too hard so that the plastic around the clippers actually bends. But you do need to kind of push hard enough so that you get the same even consistency throughout, and it cuts it to where it's supposed to. Okay, now the back of the head is done. We'll clean it up later and line it up. But we're just gonna kind of go across a couple different directions and just make sure we got everything. And I'll show you what the back looks like here. All right, so this is the back of the head. Put your chin down. And we're just going to cut it right to this spot right about here. And then as you can see, this is short. Now I am going to make this straight, but that's usually the very last step. And then now we just have to go up on the sides up to about right here. It is hard with the ear being there, and you don't want to push the hair down as you cut because that'll create like an uneven line right there. The temptation is to push the hair down when you cut, but you really don't want to do that, even if you have to do more work with the scissors at the end. Okay? All right. I'll go to this ear first. So I'm just going to push the ear down, and very carefully, and you can go up a little further on the sides. Then we come up here. And Theo is long overdue for a haircut. We were going to do one a few days ago, right?
Yeah.
And it didn't work out because you... What happened that night?
I didn't want to have to sleep again, sleep in vacuum.
What was it?
I didn't want to sleep in vacuum again that night.
You didn't want to sleep in the bathroom?
No.
What'd you say?
Sleep and vacuum.
Oh, yeah, he had cleaned the floors already. Theo's job is the floors, and he didn't want to have to clean this spot again. We just let everything go right to the floor and sweep it up after. And that's been working for us pretty good. So. Sit up like a, there you go. So Theo, I'm going 2 sizes higher. We don't have a size 5, so I'm going to a 6 on the side, so it's not going to be as short as you're used to. And now I'm going to push the ear down. Try to get some of those big long pieces to sit up normally. Even though I'm pushing against you, just try to kind of keep the same posture. Good. Now it's important to keep your blades oiled. I don't oil every time, but I certainly don't wash these off with water because that will make them rust over time. So sit up, there you go. And now all I'm doing, before I put the buzzers away, and I really won't grab these again because even the end buzzers are a little bit different size, is I'm just making sure that there's no stray hairs. They're so much easier to get with the buzzer than they are with the scissors. And then next, sit up. Next we're going to wet the hair, so it's going to be even harder to do clippers if I see anything later. So I'll take a look from all angles. Okay, next we wet the hair. What's nice about this sprayer is it does a continuous spray. And you don't want it to be dripping off, but you do want it to stay wet throughout the entire haircut. Theo, your hair is very clean this time, which is great.
Well, was it not clean last time?
No, I remember last time there was some hair gel still that you could see in it.
Yeah.
You've been doing a good job. Doesn't really matter what comb you use. I'm just going to use this one. Just make sure it's consistently wet throughout the hair. Now we're going to work on the scissor cut portion of the haircut. Bless you.
Thank you.
Need a tissue?
No thanks.
Okay, go that way, and then I'll also go this way and spray in this dry area here.
Dad, do you want to do some Minecraft trivia?
I don't think I'll do very well. I don't play Minecraft.
We know about Minecraft, right?
Sure.
What mob does not have any arms?
Well, it's not the general because he keeps his armies in his sleeveys. All right, so you want to comb all the hair forward and then get a good length of maybe about 1 inch to 1.25 inches. That is going to be your center guide. A villager. Oh, a gas.
They have technicals.
Oh.
Technical
well,
count for arms and
those count for arms? Okay. All right, so you're going to take the middle hair here. And again, I already said this, but we're mostly combing the side or cutting the sides and the back. Theo does not want very much of his top cut, so I'm not going to cut a huge amount on top so that it could still look cool. I guess one of the benefits to getting home haircuts is we could do it a lot more than we normally do it. And just do little trims instead of big cuts where you have to pay somebody $20 to cut the hair. All right, what's the answer, Theo? What mob has no arm? Don't move, don't move.
Here, I'll give you a hint. It's a green mob.
Oh, a green mob, a witch.
No, this is black.
Oh,
They definitely
bees don't have arms.
I didn't think about that, but no. And it's not green.
All right, now that we've cut our center line, now we're just gonna go through and we're gonna do 2. So now my center line, probably can't see it very good, but it's right there. So I'm just gonna cut the other hairs to match. And again, we're not trimming very much here. So it's not gonna look that different as opposed to when I do sort of a longer haircut. All right, well, which one were you thinking of, Theo?
Well, I'll give you another hint. It's close in the family of
Stop
TNT.
moving when you're talking. Just talk without jiggling around. It's close what?
It does the same thing as TNT does.
Does the same. Oh, a creeper?
Yes.
Great trivia. You're really rocking your body like this when you're talking. So you can talk, but you just move your mouth.
Okay, next question is, what do you get when you kill the Ender Dragon? Is it a dragon egg, a dragon head, or is it a stack of totems of Undying?
Isn't it all of them?
No, it's only one.
All right, dragon head.
No.
Dragon egg.
Yes.
I win. All right, so the next step, I just went by one side, so I swept everything off to one side, and then my center line there, that was the line that I did one of my cuts by. And then I did a secondary cut a little bit further down the head, just keeping the same shape as the head. There's so much hair in this. Comb.
Do you hear where you get the dragon head?
Yes, sure.
Is so you can find an end city.
Okay, stop moving.
And if you find an end city, then you, if you can get to the top of the tower, which there's a lot of different cool monsters that will attack you. And
Stop
if you get
moving.
to the top of it, you get a dragon head.
I can tell you're very excited about telling me because you're kind of like shaking your shoulders and doing head bobs and stuff when you're telling me.
And
All right, now we're going to go everything over to this side over here, starting from my middle part so that I have my guide, and we're just going to do the one cut here all the way down, right down this side of the head, and then one cut down this side of the head. All right, what else did you want to tell me about?
and there is no such thing as a stack of totems of Undying. Totems of Undying are a thing, but you can't place them on top of each other.
So it's like a trick answer.
Yeah. That one.
Very sneaky.
I don't really think.
All right, can you name all 9 countries that only have 4 letters in their name? Just
No.
kidding. You don't have to do that. Don't move, buddy. What about what year did Minecraft come out?
1982.
1982? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
I don't know the answer. It might be.
I think it is. So it was either 82 or 92, I think.
So we're just going to go down both sides like this, doing it twice. And then as soon as you've done the second one, you can start to... I might do a third one here just to lighten them up a bit. No, I'll leave that. You can start to do the sides. Now to do the sides, you want a seamless transition from here to here. So the way to do that is actually... Let's see, let's comb them out again. And you're not going to do the back at all. The back does not get done when you do this side of the head right here. But now you're going to do the back. You're going to go all the way around one time. Let's try to make this sort of an even. There you go. Now this is where for me like the biggest cuts happen. Is with the fading from one side to the other. So we're going to start here. And we're going to pull everything up. And now everything that is outside of my fingers, including this top part up here, is going to get snipped. So you want your fingers to be basically vertical, or you want them to be vertical. I'm watching too much Judge Judy. She does not like it when you say basically. And you go straight up. And that will create that look as if the hair just kind of flows right from the short part to the top part without any bump on the side.
What are the 3 most common mobs?
Most common is grass a mob?
No. Okay, I'll give you, or I should say monsters. Is it, shulker, wither skeleton, and ghast, sheep, horse, and donkey, or zombie, skeleton, and creeper.
I'll go sheep, horse, and donkey.
Well, that's actually a trick.
Oh.
They're not monsters.
Oh, that's right. They're mobs, but not monsters, right?
Yeah. Try again.
Oh, then the zombie one.
Yeah. Zombie skeleton.
Yeah, because ghasts are pretty rare.
They're
If
not.
you stay up at night, you can see a lot of zombies.
Well, they're not. Ghasts are not that rare in the Nether. Neither are wither skeletons. And shulkers, you can only find them in end cities.
Yeah.
Which end cities are rare, so. I thought you'd get that one.
Hey, don't know all the things.
Okay.
Okay, now.
Okay, I'll give you a really easy one.
Oh, thank goodness.
Which mob moans? Zombie, skeleton, or creeper?
Moans. Probably a zombie?
Yes.
That was an easy one?
Yeah.
I don't know what the skeletons do, but creepers kind of like hiss, right?
Yeah, and skeletons don't say anything.
Oh, they don't? Okay,
They
that's
don't-
why I couldn't think of what a
they may-
skeleton
they may-
said.
They might clatter.
Yeah. Give me another easy one. I like the easy ones better than the hard ones. Sit up nice and tall and look forward.
How many different kinds of dirt blocks are there?
17.
No.
72.
No.
7.
Here, I'll give you a few options.
26.
8, 9, or 10.
Oh, 9.
Yes. Let me think. What is the most common block?
Sand.
No.
Grass. Dirt.
Dad.
Gravel. Cobblestone.
So is it grass, dirt, or cobblestone?
Cobblestone.
No.
Grass.
No.
Dirt.
Yes. Dirt.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, because cobblestone you usually have to mine down unless it's in like you're in a mountain biome.
Mm-hmm.
Grass, you need silk touch on a shovel to get that.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
But a dirt block, you just need to mine some grass and you'll get dirt. So.
Oh, well, what if you go down? Then wouldn't there be the most cobblestone? Like on the map? Because it's like all underneath the dirt?
Well, yeah, but I said which one's easiest to get.
Oh, I thought you said which one's most common. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep going around. Every once in a while I'll wet the hair. My son Asher's hair doesn't dry out very fast, but Theo's does. And you're just gonna sit up, like, perfect. And I just wanna see if everything is coming out even. So, we originally started doing this to save money because we bought this haircut box, and before that we had gone to a haircut place and it cost about $120 with tip, and we were going to have to do that, you know, all the time, several times a year, obviously, and that was just going to get really expensive. So bought some good quality buzzers, scissors, and now we do these at home. And they are not nearly as good as you would get at a barber shop, but they are free, except for my time. But I get to spend time with Theo and Asher when I do these.
Hey Dad, which is the most common nether
What?
There's a bee following me outside.
Okay.
What's the most common nether mob? And I don't think there's any peaceful
All right.
thing in the nether. I won't try to kill you, so.
What's the most common nether mob?
Is it ghast, zombie, pigman, or pigman?
What were the last two?
Zombie pigman or pigman?
Pigman.
No.
Zombie pigman.
Yes.
Really? That's more common than a pigman?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't recall seeing any zombie pigmen.
Zombies are common.
Yeah.
Well, no. Zombie piglins are more common. Piglin, they're very rare to find outside another fortress. And they're,
Yeah, there's a difference between a piglin and a piglin brood.
Yeah, there is.
So where I normally see my mistakes later is the fading. So that's why I went with the 6 this time, so it'd be easier to fade. Fade just means from one height of hair to the other. And I'm going to look at it a few times. Okay. So to do the bangs, you don't want them to get too short. Otherwise they just won't look right. So you comb them all forward. And then from the forward position, you cut them at an angle. So I'm going to pull them out like this. And then the angle is like this. Sit up normally, but you can keep your eyes closed if you want that hair to go in your eyes. Oh, don't move, buddy. What was that?
I just dropped something.
Okay. That should be enough trimming on the bangs. I don't want to overdo it unless I miss something. So I'm going to comb it all forward and just make sure that it looks about the same on all sides. All right, look straight at me. That looks okay over there. And over there needs the trim. So I noticed that this little chunk right here is a little bit too long. So I'm going to blend it a little bit more with the side next to it. There you go, at that same angle. Okay, good. Now I'm going to do a little bit of texturing. We have some texturing shears. And that's just going to lighten the load of how heavy the hair is. It cuts about like, I don't know, I would say like a third of the hair shorter. And you just want to get a big chunk of hair and just kind of cut once and maybe twice just to take off some of that volume. All right. See how that's looking. So once it dries and after he's taken his shower, I'll look at it again and see if I missed any spots or anything looks odd, and I'll just clean it up one more time. That's probably the last benefit of home haircuts is you have all the equipment to fix anything that went wrong right at home, so you don't have to drive all the way back to the store. And then lastly, I'm just going to trim up around the ears and the neckline, and then he'll be done. So we have a slightly smaller razor, chin down. Yep.
Don't please cut Theo's imaginary mustache.
You like that, Theo? You want your mustache trimmed? Alright, sit up.
He always says he has a mustache here.
Someday you might. Keep growing like you've been growing. Alright, normal. Sit normally. Look straight forward. Oh, don't turn your head, okay? Ah, maybe not. Okay, look at me. Look at me. What's that? A little higher over here. Okay, that's pretty good.